Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Daily Draft, the last Lord of the Rings draft here on the channel before we wrap up the set and get ready for set review season for Wilds of Eldraine next week. That's right, in less than a week the full spoiler for the new set is released, but we have one more draft of Lord of the Rings to get through before we wrap up the set. So let's go ahead and pack one, pick one, arguably the best common in the best card in the entire set. Orcish Bowmasters. This card is making waves in constructed formats. I'm recording this early and I wouldn't be surprised if this is banned in many constructed formats by the time this video releases. This card is incredibly good and great to start with an outstanding rare in the best color in the format. So let's see if we can find our way into black today. And what do we follow up Orcish Bowmasters with here? So we've got Gothmog, which is a card I started relatively high on, and I'm lower on it now. I still think it's fine. I definitely would play a copy. There's Lash of the Balrog, which goes well with Orcish Bowmasters. Don't need... well, the Bats is actually not bad with creating the Amass, but not here. And then there's the Book of Mazerbool here. Black-Red is arguably one of the best decks in the format, and I think the book, especially paired with Bowmasters, has a higher upside than Gothmog. If we do end up playing black, and specifically black-red, I think Gothmog is not going to be as good as book, and I'm willing to give up a little bit of power level here, or consistency in staying black to take the book. Because now we just get to follow it up with a Golem's Bite, and we're still fine here. So, Bowmasters, Book, Golem's Bite. Things are looking fine. Pretty easy Golem's Bite here over not much else in our colors at the moment. Okay, there is some red, but not good red. There's a Troll, and there's a Generous Ent here, and a Great Hall, but we don't really have the whole legendary thing going yet. That's not to say we couldn't, but the book is much better in a more aggressive red-black deck. In which case, any of these red cards are probably fine, but getting access to my first land cycler is usually pretty good. No matter what colors I'm in. Happy to take Troll here, I think, over a suspect Generous Ent or Great Hall. Alright, late Samwise, pick 5, but I think our start is too good to really abandon what we're doing right now. I haven't drafted black-red in a long time, and I think I'm going to continue to cut the red here. Not continue, but I'm going to go ahead and cut the red to let my neighbors know to stay out of red for pack 2, and maybe we'll get like a late Smite the Deathless or something in pack 2. Would not mind playing Lash of the Balrog as well, but we'll go ahead and take the improvised club. Shadow Summoning. I love me a Shadow Summoning. There's also a Lash, a Haunt, a Breaking, and an Axe. I think I'll take my first Lash. However, there could be one pick 9 that wheels. But with Bowmasters, having Club and Lash is already good. We're going to look for some more cheap Amass cards here. Man, white is flowing. I guess I'll take Errand Rider because I don't really care too much about Mirkwood Bats here. And now we get another Errand Rider. I mean, maybe we get pushed off of red and have to draft black-white, but that's okay. That's a deck I do like. Pick 9, Lash of the Balrog did not wheel. There is Mordor Trebuchet, which could go well in black-red, but I haven't been super impressed. It's the last draft of the format. I don't feel like trying to make Gimli's Axe work, whether it might or not. There's a Barrow Blade as well. I guess I'll just take the Trebuchet in the event that we do go black-red. We passed a Shadow Summoning. Oh, here's the Lash. Okay. I guess we take this Lash, number 2, and continue to see if... I guess we could have gotten into white with that Samwise pick over the improvised club. Go Samwise, potentially take Shadow Summoning, and then 2 Errand Riders, and we're pretty locked into black-white at that point. Red has not seemed particularly open yet. Let's see if any white cards wheel here. It does, but this was the horrible pack for just about everyone. I don't think we're playing really any of those cards there. So let's see what comes. Noma be hogging the packs here. Now for Wrath, lots of white and red. Again, these were basically the only two red cards last time. I don't really want to put much of this in my deck at all, if we're being honest. Trebuchet Wield, I don't think we would play two. So I'm pretty sure we're going to want to be black here. Our best card is black. We have three removal spells in black. And a Gimli's Axe. So let's see what we can pair with that. There's a Rangers of Athelion, but blue means we have to then debate a third color here. There's Erkenbrand, but I think we said we want to be black here. Claim the Precious is the best common in the set. We're just going to go ahead and take Claim the Precious and delay that decision of red versus white at least one more pick here. Because when you can get into black in Lord of the Rings and it's open enough, you take advantage. Currently don't have any legendaries for the Errand Riders, but if we do go black-white, there's a pretty good chance we'll end up with at least a couple. I'll put at least one of these into the sideboard for now. Not too much to say to fill in this dead space here with the slow packs coming around. I've kind of already said my thoughts on the deck so far. We're definitely playing black. There's another Errand Rider. There's a Sam's Desperate Rescue, which could be good for us, but I think March from the Black Gate's going to be outstanding. Golem is also good, but in this deck so far, we definitely want some cheap amass here. This is great with Improvised Club. It's great with Lash at the Balrog. It's even better with Club because you can attack, and then with the amass 1 on the stack, you can sacrifice the 1/1 to the club and then still amass 1 after that. There's also Golem Patient Plotter, but let's go ahead and take March from the Black Gate. And probably look to be black-red aggro. Unless we get like a late, very good. Yeah, see now there's a Smite the Deathless, and that's pretty much all you need to kind of lock in red here. There's a Gimli counter of kills as well. But I think we're just going to go ahead and slam the Smite the Deathless here and probably lock in black-red at this point. I think red is going to flow from the left here because we didn't pass any of it in pack 1. So we might get a couple more red cards this pack. Maybe, you know, a Nasty End or something as well to fill it out, and then in the last pack we can grab the rest of our black cards here, is what I'm thinking is going to happen. Okay, there's a Lancer. There's a Nasty End, a third Lash. I think I'll take my first copy of Lancer here. We're definitely looking to be an aggressive style of deck, and I think Lancer is going to go just fine in that. Also not a horrible thing to sacrifice to club or lash or something like that. Spearmaster ideally doesn't make the cut. Trebuchet ideally doesn't make the cut. So in an ideal world, we're looking at something like this right now, which I think is a pretty darn good start to a red-black deck. And then we can fill it out if we absolutely have to here. Rally at the Hornburg, Quarrel's End, both cards I would play, but we'll go ahead and take Rally. And now Lash and Club are looking outstanding in this deck. So definitely liking where we're at here. Would love to get maybe a couple of black-red uncommons. Another Lancer versus our first Sam's Desperate Rescue. I think the second Lancer is still even more important than the Desperate Rescue here. There is an Aowen, but again, I think we're pretty locked into black-red at this point. Not to mention, if there's a pick 6 Desperate Rescue, there could be a pick 9 one, because I believe we open one in our first pack here. So let's take that, take a second club to go with all of these 1-2 cheap drops here, which I think is going to be quite good for us. I don't think I would play 3 clubs, but we'll see. Nothing here, no black cards. There's a Minas Tirith, but I think we'll take Cast into the Fire and ideally not play it, but we'll see if we have to. Erkenbrand Wield. How many humans do we have? 2 humans? In addition to a Rally at the Hornburg. And both humans are Lancers here. I guess I'll take Erkenbrand. I don't know if we'll play him, though. Nothing here. Black Breath. Ideally not. I don't think I want any of these cards in my deck either. Fog on the Barrow Downs and Cavalier. So what do we find in pack 3? Well, we get to start off with basically nothing. Unfortunately, did not open Acclaim, didn't open a Smite, didn't open Dunland Crebain, didn't open Rally at the Hornburg, didn't open either of the black-white uncommons, so we got pretty unlucky here. There is Build a Pony, and we do have an Eagles, but I don't think that's worth it. Mount Doom is not great. I don't even think it's good enough in a straight black-red deck here, so I'm probably looking at Quarrel's End versus Sam's Desperate Rescue, and the Desperate Rescue right now really only gets back Orcish Bowmasters and Lancer. And we're not too heavy on Ring Tempting yet, so I'm actually going to take Quarrel's End to start here. And now we have an interesting one between Dunland Crebain and Golem's Bite. This is a close one for me. I think we have to take Dunland Crebain. We don't have a ton of creatures right now. Just 5 creatures, including a March and a Rally and a Quarrel's End and a Book, and then 2 creatures, one not, when we might not even play. So I think we have to take our first copy of Dunland Crebain here. Oath of the Grey Host, Grond the Gatebreaker. This deck is probably going to have an army most of the time. I think this is actually a pretty good Oath deck, and the reason is because if you can cast this when you're ahead, continue to apply pressure. When you get those 3 1/1s, at that point the game is probably over, and with double club, I think the Oath is actually going to be pretty good. We might even wheel this Grond here. So let's take Oath of the Grey Host, get a 4th pick Dunland Crebain. You'll love to see it. Mordor Muster, pick 5. See, we are getting rewarded from this direction when it comes to black cards here. There's a Fire Leaper, a Vanguard. I really don't like Vanguard. And Fire Leaper plus Lash and Club seems okay. So I'll take the Fire Leaper here. Here's another Grond. There's a War Beast, but we don't have very big creatures. Our amassed army could end up being relatively big, but let's take this Grand in the event that the other one doesn't wheel here. Crusher is probably pretty good in our deck as well. Might take that. I don't think Erkenbrand's going to be very good. Everything else here I think I like. Nothing for us there. We already have a Cast into Fire we probably don't want to play. If we get the other Grand back, I don't think I'm going to play 2 Grands. But I am looking for 2 more cards to fill out this, because I'm definitely playing 16 lands. Sorry about that. And potentially even 15. We got the Desperate Rescue back. I don't know if I'll play it again, because our creatures, like, aren't the best to be getting back. I guess getting back a Dunland Crebain is still pretty good. Same thing with getting back a Cycled Troll once we have enough lands here. We do have a Quarrel's End to help a little bit with Mana Screw or Flood. Been a while since I've been able to draft a decent black-red deck here on the channel, but I'm excited to have done it here in our last Lord of the Rings draft. Ungold Patrol, or like a third Cast into the Fire, or second I guess. I guess I'll just take the Ungold Patrol, but probably not playing it. Last pick generous Ent. No respect to the green splash life. Well, we've got 23 cards on the deck right now. We probably just add one more, play 16, and call it a day is what I'm thinking. What would be that last card here? Spearmaster, Trebuchet, Cast in the Fire. How much amassing are we doing for that Trebuchet to really take off here? Bowmasters in a way, Dunland Crebain, Book of Mazerbool, Blackgate, Mordor Muster. And that's it? That's not actually like a ton. So I'm not super keen on the Trebuchet here. I guess we might just play a random Spearmaster because we are a bit aggressive. Erkenbrand I don't think is good enough with 2 humans, both of which are 1-drops, and a single rally here. So I guess I just play a single Spearmaster and then just have this be the deck at 16. There's an argument to going to 15 lands, but I'm going to count the Land Cycler plus Quarrel's End. We top off at 4 though. Like, we never really need to get more than 4 mana. If we went 15, what's our last playable? Cast into the Fire or a Trebuchet? I guess you could go 15 here, but there's also a chance these end up being 5-drops because we don't want to sacrifice anything. Double spelling is going to be quite good for us with the 2-drop and a 3-drop, so getting to 5 mana is pretty important. I think I'll play 16, and we have Quarrel's End to pitch a land if we need to here. So let's try this one out. I think it has a decent ability to do well. Wish me luck. See you in game 1 after a quick message from me. Thanks, me. Whether you're ready or not, we have another set releasing here very soon, and that means it's time to take a look at the Patreon page to get yourself prepared and ready. I pride myself in my Patreon being incredibly affordable, beginning at just $1 per month, which comes with lifetime access to the Daily Drafters Discord server. After all, it's well less than half the cost of your morning cup of coffee and goes to giving back to the channel. For just $3 per month, you can gain early access to every upload here on the channel as soon as I am done editing them. And my most expensive level of support is just $5 per month. That's right, $5 is the highest level of support, and patrons in this tier gain access to my expansive, exhaustive, and interactable tier lists, of which you can see a small sample of here. You get to see how I rate every single card in the set from A to F, whether or not the card has moved up or down since the last update, and you can hover over the card name to see a clickable link that brings you straight to Scryfall, and I customize these lists for every single draftable archetype in the format. Looking to see how a card fits in blue-white versus black-white? I've got you covered. Again, all these tiers are incredibly affordable, so go ahead and check them out. And if a monetary donation isn't your speed, a subscription to the channel is always contribution enough. Thanks so much for your consideration. As we like to do here on the channel, when we play aggro, we go second. But the hand is good, so we'll keep it. Lancer on 1, we've got Club for their 3-drop if they play something we need to kill here. Blue-white, Shire Sheriff. Okay, well, I can go ahead and just kill that. But I could also hold up Club to kill something else here. Go ahead and just kill this. I don't need to club down the farmer here. Alright, play Crabane. Get in with our menacing 1/1. The next turn we play Crusher, and then we start removing things. Four mana pass. Okay, so now I don't want to run into Glorious Gale. That's very likely what they have here. So I might just hold off on playing Crusher this turn for that reason. They're just going to pass with 4 cards in hand. I'm just going to go ahead and get a Ring Tempt here, because I don't feel like running into Glorious Gale if I don't have to. I suppose they could have the 3/2 Scry one, in which case the Lancer attack won't be good, but we do still get a Ring Tempt if they have Greyhaven's Navigator. Deceive the Messenger, and then eat the 1/1. Oh, and they get to get rid of Crabane. Okay, so we kind of got punished a little bit there for not playing, but they could still have Glorious Gale in hand, notably. Now we have the opening to play the Crusher here. Decent draw. Now we can play both of these spells. Can't attack with this unless we wanted to trade it for their 1/1, which I don't. Good news is if they have Glorious Gale in hand, we don't have any creatures in hand that we could even play right now, so like it might just rot in their hand for a while. if I did correctly put them on Glorious Gale a couple turns ago. Frodo. Okay. Continuing to hover over their food for some reason. Okay. Let's go to combat, attack with the Crusher, see how they block, and then probably throw our Lancer at, like, Frodo or something with the club here. Okay, never mind. We'll just replay that then. Now, do I lash down Frodo? He's the ring bearer. He has good attacks. He has lifelink. I think so. So let's kill him, sacrificing the Lancer. I think we have to move it here. It's at level 3 now. Double blue, 6 mana, 2 cards in hand. Captain of Umbar, sure. It's pretty good with the club. Now we can sacrifice the food token. Instead of our 2/2. So let's get in here and loot. Oh, we have a Dunland Crebain on top? Where did that come from? Oh, it came from the Lost to Legend. I forgot about that. Wow. Well... yeah... that might have changed how I did things. Alright, I guess they just don't want to play anymore. I think I was going to discard the Dunland Crebain to hold up the club to sacrifice the food to kill one of these if they double blocked there, and then we still have a 4/4 and 3 1/1s coming. Maybe they couldn't have dealt with the 1/1s in their deck and they knew that, so... alright, want to know. Alright, once again, Levin going second with our aggro deck. That'll probably be a theme today if I had to guess, but we'll keep the hand. Golem's Bite into Rally. We can kill their 2-drop here. And we almost have enough mana to play Troll. Blue-red. They will likely not have a 2-drop that we can kill. Yeah, see, not exactly how I want to use Golem's Bite here. And look at that, all of the lands. So we can cast Troll on turn 6 now. Cycle Oliphant, don't play another Rally, please. Okay, Dunland Crebain holding up Glorious Gale. Well, I gotta play into it, because I have literally nothing else to do here. Oh, that's fine. Sure. See if they choose to block this one. Sure. Four mana. Survivor. Can't kill that. Still hold... no, holding up Gale. Well, unfortunately... Okay. Just have to hold up Golem's Bite. I have nothing else I can do here. Yep, that's going to be tough. Going to have to erase that now. Still literally nothing else I can do. Except attack and pass. Still holding up Gale, unfortunately, so, I mean... Oh, hello there, Orcish Bowmasters. I'm pretty sure they have a Glorious Gale here. So, I'm just going to do Orcish Bowmasters. See if they have the removal for this. Dreadful as the Storm. Okay. Then I do this, I guess. Shoot that down, amass one, and still trade here, I guess. And pass. Go to damage. Let's see if they counter the troll. If they do, I can get it right back with Sam's Desperate Rescue. Nope. Okay. Well, see if they bounce it. That's what they'll do. Okay. We have to still outrace this. Hopefully they have bad draws here. Although cards like Lorien Revealed and Arwen's Gift just make me poke them in the face for 2 and 3 and more. So that's pretty good. We're drawing Troll. And end the turn. So we just have to play Troll and Crew here. There we go, that's 7. Alright, Orcish Bowmasters. Didn't do everything that game, but it did enough to kind of put us in a spot to win. Alright, not only do we go second for a third straight game, but we also have to start with a mulligan here because we have no colors of mana for us. So we'll go ahead and probably put back a black based on this hand. Well, we have Claim the Precious. We don't have any double red cards, so I guess we'll go ahead and do like this. Cycling Eagles. We'll see if we can, or need to, kill something with Smite here on turn 2 or 3. Well, I guess now we can just trade. Or at least try to. No attacks. That's what we were hoping for. Draws have not been outstanding. I don't think this is a race we win. So we'll pass again. Okay, now I'll block. Faramir. No, wait. I had to put a stop? Why did it not let me have a stop before it went to their end step? That's incredibly annoying. Why did it not just give me that stop? I had no choice because they had played it and immediately went to their end step and drew the card. Had I killed it in response to them going to their end step, they wouldn't have drawn the card there. So that's incredibly annoying. Once again, tried to put a stop. So with the amass 2 on the stack, I could have clubbed down the pony here. But now we have to go ahead and kill our own 3/3 with these cards. Very annoying. These couple of things have just not let me have this the way that the way that I'm supposed to be playing this here. Well, at least they fell into the trap and let me golems bite this down, but not particularly happy about how this turn sequence has gone. In my defense, I guess I could have stopped this one, but them drawing the extra card, I had nothing to do with, so... Even though I wanted to. Okay. Still untaps next turn. And I suppose I just play Grand here? Are they thinking about countering it? Eat the food. Okay. This moves to a 1/1. This becomes a creature. I guess I'll do it this way. Make it a 3/3. Still have attacks here. Pass it back, and then next turn we can still sacrifice this at some point if we want to. 6 mana, 4 cards, and they had no plays. That's strange. Stalwarts. That shouldn't be a problem. I think we'll just go ahead and... Dog is not having fun out there, whatever's going on. Sorry about that. And we have Improvised Club to the face now if we want it. That's fine, because I can just club that to the face here. And let's start by seeing if they have any response to that. They do not. Win the game. Alright. Let's just go second every game then, I guess, right? Hey, we get to go first this time, and we have March on turn 2. So this is looking fine. We can flash in Bowmasters in response to a block on turn 3 when we attack with this if we need to. Good card, 1 turn too late, unfortunately. Okay, let's go ahead and attack here. Go to damage, play Lancer, hold up Bowmasters, and bite. Okay. I think I'll just Golem's bite that as opposed to Bowmasters here. Now I guess we play Oath, get that going, because this is the point where Oath is going to be quite good, because they're under a ton of pressure. They have to deal with this, and then by the time they deal with this, they've got 3 more 1/1 flyers coming their way. So this is looking to be pretty good here. Yeah, I thought they might kill the 3/3. Alright, they lose 3. I make a treasure. Do I just go ahead and Golem's Bite, Hold Up Club, and Bowmasters here? Don't really have anything else to do. Rangers. I guess I'm clubbing the Rangers using the food here. Oh, do I lose my ring bearer now? Oh, okay, I should have done that in response then. Doesn't technically matter. I guess since they chose that here. Oh yeah, it does. Okay. So I did lose my ring bearer, but I think we're okay. Really have to hope they don't have the Black Breath. It's about the only thing I can think that would get them out of this here. Sauron's Ransom. Alright. I would love for them to have... to play a Kingfisher here. Because then I could just Bowmasters it down. Yeah. If I had given them that, they'd play Kingfisher, I Bowmasters it down, amass 1, make another 1, attack with everything, +1. It would have been nuts. Alright, we go first again, and I mean, look at this hand. Is this not just beautiful? We do need a swamp to cast Claim here, but we've got Lancer, Corbane on 3. March from the Black Gate would be an outstanding top deck here. No, not quite, but that's okay. Did find our second. Our second swamp. We will need to draw something other than lands at some point here, but I have confidence we can maybe do that. East Farthing Farmer. That becomes a 2/2 and they hit us, sure. Well, I said I had confidence, but go to damage and pass it back because we've drawn nothing but lands. Oath of the Grey Host. That is going to be tough for our deck to deal with. Do I use the food to club down their farmer and then I have good attacks here? I think I need to push a little bit of damage with this pressure coming here. So let's do that. Pass back to my turn, draw another club. Well, either way, this thing's going to die, but they're going to get rid of one of our removal spells here, so you get to choose, I suppose. Got rid of the club, so I can't go face with it, I suppose. They do have mana to crack a food here, but instead they're going to just go enormously wide and really make my life difficult here. And end the turn, and now we've got a bunch of blockers and a life linker. Well, I can kind of force this trade, but then that's the only thing I can do here. And I'm not sure what else to do against all the 1/1s. Every time I want a Black Breath in my deck, I always put it on the sideboard, and every time I have it in my deck, I play against big fat green decks. So I never, I don't think I've ever cast a Black Breath and had it killed more than like one thing. Maybe it traded for the 2 Rally at the Hornburg tokens, but my opponents have cast Oath of the Grey Host many times, which has wanted me to put a Black Breath in my deck. And, I have never been lucky enough to do so. Quarrel's End would be pretty good. Trying to think what else would be good here. Another Dunland Grbane isn't the end of the world. Used our direct damage already. We're at 15. We're on a 4-turn clock. They're at 13. With 3 cards in hand, and we have no cards in hand. Okay, 2 cards. Double white lost to legend. Bitter Downfall, killing the 2/2. Now this can't block, unfortunately, what makes Frodo be able to get in with lifelink. So they're going to get a Ring Tempt here. Can't really block. That's not at all what we needed. Again, I can't block, so alright, if they have removal for the Crusher, then we are effectively dead here. That can't be good if they're just attacking all. If they go to 10, they're still at 13 effectively. And Crusher, Denethor. Sack that, drain us. Get another 1/1. They have lethal now. We have a creature that can't block, so we have to get in there. Because we do not have a choice. That can get something back, I guess. And we send it back and probably chump here. We're doing our best, but we're kind of just playing the hand we were dealt this game. Which I guess is what you do all the time, but the hand wasn't particularly great. Let's put it that way. I guess I have to double block Frodo here? Do they have an answer? No. Okay. Go to 12. Play an unkillable threat. Drain us. Go to 4. Draw land. And now they're lethal on board here. Because we just drew the land. Darn. Yeah, I mean, just, you know. Sometimes you draw too many lands. That seems to be what happened there. Okay, we do get to go first again, though, with Lancer and Crebain. So we'll keep Club on 2 if we, for some reason, have to kill a 2-drop. I can think of a couple in the format we would have to kill. Samwise Gamgee would be one. But we'll see what they got here. Obviously, we can't draw a 2-drop. Why would we get to play a 2-drop? Resolves. And I will pay the 2 life if only to next turn be able to sacrifice it to kill their creature with club or lash and then get a ring tempt and put it on our own creature here. So now I think I'll have it resolve and decline. That way we can just get our... Oh, it exiles. Okay, well, we'll survive. Forgot about it exiling. And again, another good spot for Oath of the Grey Host here, where we are applying pressure and they have to deal with these and then also eventually deal with the flying tokens here. Well, we just 4 mana, create 2 foods for each player. Or create a food for each player. Interesting. I guess that's a way to deal with it. Protector of Gondor. Go ahead and get rid of it here. They just play a random 5-drop, we can lash it. Okay, down goes our 2/2. 6 mana. No plays? Oh, post-combat troll. Okay, that's fine, because I can lash that down. Or do I play my own troll? This is not currently a race. Well, I can play my own troll and attack with Grand here. Take 7 on the backswing, go to 9. We still have lash for their troll. If they don't choose to block. Because they're also at 9. We're not going to be able to cast 2 spells next turn because we know that we're drawing Oath of the Grey Host. So we do have to do this. Hold this back to block their rider. This isn't a race we win anymore. They can sacrifice their rider to kill Grand, but instead they'll just enchant Dunland Crebain, hit us for 4. We'll draw a land, because that's what we love to do. Go to 4, dead on board next turn, and there's the land. Alright. We love to draw lands at times when we do not need to draw lands. I mean, we have a Quarrel's End in the deck for this reason, to draw in spots like that, but instead we draw land, land, concede. Gotta love it. Okay, obviously need red here, but we do have 2-drop into 3-drop, so we'll keep it. And there we go. Now we've got a 1-drop. Hopefully they play an X1. That is not an X1, sir. Why do you need to do that? In fact, that's one of the better cards in the set. Do I have to club that down here? I guess I can wait to see what their next play is and then potentially club it. Because whenever another legendary creature enters the battlefield, they get another ring tempt. No plays. Next turn we're just Dunland Crebaining. Let's make sure Frodo leaves here. Bag End Porter. That should be fine with another improvised club here. So we can do this and this. Cavalier, okay. And then Ents Fury, alright. I guess I mistapped there. I don't know why I did that. Oh, because we had no guarantee of drawing an extra black to play Bowmasters. Okay, so we'll do this. Go to combat. Did we get rid of our army? I think it's okay to do that, because even if they block, the army will die here. Okay. End the turn. And please no generous end. That would be a problem for us right now. Tale of Tenuvial. They can get back a Frodo or a Bag-End Porter next turn. Not an awful draw. Think we can get rid of Fire Leaper. Go to blockers, go to damage, play Cribane, play Lancer. They're gonna get a good amount of lifelink here. Once the Bag-End, if they choose the Bag-End Porter, also if they play like a generous end this turn, they're gonna get a bunch of lifelink. Flowering, yikes. Okay. And a Protector, jeez. That was ugly. Alright, we're dealing with at least 9 lifelink coming our way this turn. Oh, we do have a 6/6. What did they draw? So we do this and this. Get another ring tempt here. Take 4. They're going to draw a card with Minas Tirith probably, and then we can Bowmasters in response as well. Did they draw something? That is frustrating. Okay. So in response to Minas Tirith, we're going to Bowmasters here. This dies, we put it... So we're going to be able to deal 2 damage. So we can't kill anything, so they gotta go face here. Put this here still. Combat. $16, jeez. Currently have horrible blocks right now. Okay. That's something. Flowering at the white tree makes it difficult to get through this stuff. 1 top, 1 bottom. Do we trade Bowmasters and the 2/2? Down goes our Ring Bearer. wonderful. Looks like we are probably going to go from 4-0 to 4-3, which is a really bad feeling. Drew another creature. Druid land. At least we can cast this. Have to chump this and eat that. Die to a removal spell if we do this. But if they draw a removal spell, like we're 1000% dead in so many different ways. So we have to try to race a little bit here. Sure. Jeez. Alright, 4-0 to 4-3 with an incredible deck with some horrible draws here. Feels really bad. But that's the reality of things sometimes, unfortunately. Really, really bad top decks there. I mean, we know our deck is good. The first 4 games, it was just humming along without a single issue in the world. And then you go 4-0 to 4-3. That is just this format for me, unfortunately. Orcish Bowmasters, great card. We had Improvised Clubs. Maybe the clubs could have gone face sometimes. I don't know, but deck is very good, and flooding is not. It is what it is. That is the end of Lord of the Rings draft season here on the channel. Thank the Lord, at least for me. I enjoyed this format less than most, I guess you could say, if you couldn't figure it out over the last couple of weeks here. So Lord of the Rings drafts are done here on the channel. We've got set review season for Wilds of Eldraine coming up next week. Be sure to like and subscribe and join Patreon if you have not already. Set review season is the perfect time to do that. See you next time. Thanks for joining me for today's Daily Draft.